What's happening, man? Snow White. Real quick, I've been wanting to do this video for a minute. Real late to the game on this one, but I wanted to find the right way to do this. You see what I'm saying? I wanted this to come to me instead of me going to this, so that it would be on the right time and come out the right way. And hopefully I wouldn't have to do much editing and whatnot. So let's talk about it. Michael K. Williams, Omar from The Wire. You see what I'm saying? I blame Vice. Why do I blame Vice News? Why? Because you had this man going all around like the most dangerous ass motherfucking places in America, bro. And not even just around that shit. You were interjecting him into drug zones, crime rings, all type of shit where you know what this man came from. This man has a huge cut going across his face, bro. That shit wasn't surgically imposed. That shit wasn't photoshopped. That shit was there for a reason. Some shit happened to him. He never told, I don't think I ever heard him explain how that shit happened. But that shit, someone really hurt that man at one point. He even said on one of the episodes of that fucking shit on Vice, he was like, me just being around this shit is really triggering for me to relapse. Bro, who the fuck you gonna blame? Are you gonna blame? Because they trying to blame the motherfuckers selling the shit. Vice put him around them motherfuckers. He would have never been around them motherfuckers, most likely, in most of them situations, if it weren't for fucking Vice News. Okay, what I'm saying? I get people, Slot, for example, he does what my wife do and what I do, which is, okay, you gonna blame the person who uses it. Because, as a user, you supposed to know when too much is too much, man. You supposed to have the wherewithal to be like, yo, I don't really know what this is. I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm not even gonna indulge in buying that. You see what I'm saying? But plus it's the fact of he was way past the point he should have been for all that experimenting with shit and whatnot, bro. You damn near 40. You are damn near 40 years old. I think he was over 40. He definitely was. I don't even know how old he was. I just know he played Omar on The Wire. And that was one of the most arguably weirdest characters to ever exist in film history. Why? Because that motherfucker was gangster as shit, but he was on some weird shit too, if you know what I'm talking about. So I just had to say, man, rest in peace, Michael K. Williams, man. I know it's a little bit overdue for me to do that shit over here, but you can't put the normal amount of blame on Michael K. Williams that you would on just any addict. Why? Any addict is going that die in that type of circumstance, they would somehow link themselves into that circle. So I'm not saying it's not Michael K. Williams' fault at all. No, you chose to use drugs. No one put that shit, unless motherfuckers straight up IV'd you with some shit, put some shit in you against your will like they do at hospitals and shit. I'm just saying, you have to put some culpability on the network. Why? Because a lot of them circles he wouldn't have been put in contact with if it wasn't for Vice News. And that's true shit. I don't care what he might not have even relapsed if it weren't for Vice News. That's why I said, you could put the blame on Michael K. Williams, but you have to also blame Vice News. If you're going to blame the dealers, if motherfuckers is, oh yeah, they got the guys who killed Michael K. They wasn't trying to kill Michael K. They was trying to get him right. It just happened in the process of that, bro. My fucking brother-in-law went down for that exact type of shit. And luckily, he was able to get the shit worked out through court and whatnot and got bumped down to sales. But yeah, that shit happened, bro. A bitch who growing up was a sister to me, the only reason she got sober is someone wound up falling out. She told on motherfuckers there was paperwork. And because of that, and keep in mind, after that paperwork came out, I ain't seen the bitch since. But after that shit, they knew she got 2 years. The paperwork, too, was in a news article, so it was clear as day, because it said 2 years for a manslaughter. You already know what that is without seeing no paperwork. You know, there's no way you're getting 2 years, especially from a sales-related manslaughter. That's supposed to be a 10. That's supposed to be a 10. So like I said, a lot of motherfuckers like that, where it's I get it, but it's if you're gonna blame it, you gotta blame Vice News. You have to. Them motherfuckers put him there. He even said, the way he talked most of the shit, he was sober. But he said, this is so triggering, in the lean episode, this is so triggering for me. It made me, like, just being a recovering addict myself, it put me in a whole way, right? Like, bro, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm like, you really got to think about who you going to blame. If you're going to blame anybody besides Michael K. Williams, you got to blame Vice News.